We need to talk.
Oh, do we have to, really?
Yeah, trust me, you may be involved in what happened to me.
Oh, the very thought makes me giddy.
I knew you'd be pleased to hear that. But it's all tied to items of Nikola Tesla and a man named Mason Bowers.
Well, it's true. It's true I've had some very rare Tesla items in my possession from time to time, but I have never heard of this Mason Bowers.
Do you know Carlos Maldonado?
Well, of course I know that wretched swine.
Tell me how he ties into Tesla.
Well, Maldonado tried to bribe and threaten me to reveal my source of my Tesla items, but I didn't give it to him, and I won't give it to you. Do you think Maldonado was the one watching you?
I think so.
Oh, my, that could be troublesome. I need to make some inquiries. Is there anything else? At least he knows how to keep his mouth shut. Like I always say, you can take a bum out of a dumpster, but you'll never get a dumpster out of a bum. Just smelling the fumes coming off that establishment irritates my bowels. Lovely. Oh, she may have come by here. I can't be sure. The freeze gun? The one you pawned that supposedly belonged to the Nitro Stalker? I believe it was purchased by one of those vigilante Morlock hunters.
Looks like Rusty's Fun Mass building has been converted into a Knights of the Templar clubhouse.
O Lord, we beseech thee.
Give us strength,
Courage.
Protection.
Hail, fellow countrymen. We are ready to begin our quest.
Hunting the dreadful night beast. Make haste.
Sorry, Tex, we gotta run.
Farewell, Sir Larry, Curly, and Moe. I'll be sure to tell Snow White you're gonna be late for breakfast.
Ooh, now this place is cool. A nerdy 7th grader's paradise.
Yeah, every weapon you'd ever need to be a level 85 World of Warlord chieftain. Whoa, better tell Yogi to be on the lookout for these in Jellystone. I used to love the game of Twisty, until I realized its true sinister purpose. It's a key to a padlock. Looks like someone has already helped themselves to the items behind the counter. Back in the Hays Code days, couples had to sleep in 2 separate sleeping bags. But this key opens. Fool me once, Rubber Spaghetti, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Yikes. No novelty toys in here, only real weaponry. Mace is still a common tool for women's self-defense. Yep, that's not diet. Whoa, I feel like I just missed the Fellowship before they headed off to Mordor. Ah, poor Rusty. I knew him well. The half-life of Weenie World burgers is at least 20 years. Did someone leave these on? Because they look like they're on. Ow! Yep. Refrigerators saved half the population.
My God. You know what that is? It's the Cup of the Carpenter. It's from the Holy Land Toys collection by Robco. My God. You know what that is? It's the Cup of the Carpenter. It's from the Holy Land Toys collection by Robco. Batteries not included, a $10 value.
Roof access. Wait a second. I remember years ago, Rusty once bragged that he had a secret panel installed in the water tower on the roof to hide his smuggled illegal novelty items. I wonder if the Morlock hunters stashed their valuables there as well. I see they put Rusty's zip line back in place. How convenient.
No way! A freeze gun? This is definitely your coolest case ever.
No pun intended.
With freeze guns, the puns are always intended. Are you familiar with the work of Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Please, have mercy.
I'm afraid my condition has left me cold to your pleas of mercy.
I'm gonna find a way to turn you off, I swear.
You're not sending me to the cool party? Fine, I'm done.
Thank God. Thank you, Deus Ex Machina. Good Lord. They're LARPers.
You got it, didn't you? The Nitro Stalker freeze gun. So cool. My internet group is gonna be so jealous.
Listen, kid. We kind of keep this on the down low. If the cops find out I gave this to you, I'm probably gonna lose my license.
You can count on me. And I've already forgotten what was on that memory stick. Lips are zipped.
Good enough. And, by the way, that doesn't work.
We may only get one chance, Carlos, so I wanted to go over the plan one more time. If Margaret shows up at the Ritz, call me immediately. If I'm delayed, detain her. We have to assume she won't give up the egg voluntarily, but I want to talk to her first. You know why I've given you the cryo chamber. But that has to be the very last resort. And if anything happens to me, I'll need you to contact a friend of mine. Keep it safe until I retrieve it.
Well, it sounds like Mason and Margaret had a major disagreement. I need to locate both of them and get to the bottom of this. I decide to head back to my office to sort things out.
Hey, cowboy. Any memories coming back yet?
Not so far, but something tells me I might be missing out on some really good ones.
That's solid detective work.
So... were we dating?
Dating? Oh, that's so cute. I guess you can call it that. But we were also working together in a more professional capacity.
Well, now my detective skills are picking up a little sarcasm.
Seriously, cowboy, you're good. I've learned a lot working with you the past couple weeks.
Let me get this straight. You and I were working on a case together? Do you mind telling me about that?
Not at all. You wanted a list of tenants here at the Ritz as far back as I could go.
Why would I do that?
It was your dreams. They were vivid before, but they were getting out of control. It's almost like they were changing you into someone else. You talked about seeing things from the past, but you wouldn't give me details. You were incredibly stressed. It was like you actually believed this apartment was haunted. You even started looking into psychometry.
Psycho what?
Psychometry. It's the belief that an object can contain a person's energy or memories.
So, not only am I an amnesiac, but I'm a paranormal idiot. Great.
Sounds crazy, I know. But then we found out about Donnelly.
Who?
J.T. Donnelly. It was the most bizarre thing. I'd heard you mention the name in your sleep. But then, his name turned up when I checked out the previous tenants.
So who is this guy?
He's a private investigator, a real old-school brute. He worked for some powerful, influential people, but then he disappeared around 1943. His last known address was here.
San Francisco.
No, here, at the Ritz in this exact apartment.
Okay, that's a little bizarre.
It gets bizarrier. You called me one night, raving like a lunatic, saying the walls were talking. I rushed over and found holes smashed in the wall, and you curled up on the floor in a ball.
Well, I'm glad to hear I haven't changed that much.
You wouldn't tell me what had happened, but after that, you wouldn't sleep here. That's when you got your new place and started to sleep there.
Hold on. I have another place?
Yes, you do. And it's even nicer than here.
This is all crazy. I think I'm gonna sleep here tonight just to see whether it affects me in the same way.
Do you want some company?
Listen, Taylor, I'm beginning to see what the other me saw in you. But in my head, it's still 2043. I've got to tell you, there was somebody else.
Chelsea, I know. I know how much she meant to you, Tex. Losing her was traumatic as hell for you. But she's gone. And there's nothing you can say or do or don't do that's gonna bring her back. Do you feel that?
I sure do.
I'm alive. And that's my heart. It's yours if you want it. And it comes with all the other bits.
Well, I think it's time for the big sleepover. I'll make popcorn.
And I'll pitch the tent.
Six hours later, the rain was finally letting up. Somebody once said, you can't change the past, only the course you're on. And that's what I intend to do. It's time for me to take my ship in a new direction. Being with Taylor last night felt comfortable. She accepted me as I am. Maybe I ought to accept myself in the same way. Still, I know I'm in the middle of something sinister, and I've got to deal with it. I've got to find a way to get my recent memory back. Then I can go forward and start a new day. As Taylor was leaving, she slips me a key to a place called the Resort, and said it might provide some insights about myself over the last few years. She wasn't kidding.